Welcome, everyone. You're listening to the inaugural episode of Deriv All Access, the weekly market wrap where we cut through the noise and talk to people who can help people like you and I understand what's happening in the market. I'm Yoli, your host, and Deriv's head of marketing, and I'm joined by someone who doesn't just watch the markets, he helps shape them. So, Prakash is Deriv's head of product and growth. And in this short, we catch up with him to talk about what's happening with gold and oil. Enjoy. So, Prakash, gold had its moment this year. Some analysts are even calling it the strongest gold market of all time. But oil, it's a different story. It's quietly dropped to a 4-year low, with OPEC boosting output and the market trying to make sense of, what it means beyond sort of cheaper barrels. What are your thoughts on oil?
Yeah, good question. So I think gold right now. The market is seeing gold as a hedge, right? Gold price is being driven by caution and diversification away from the dollar. So we have central banks and funds who are consistently buying gold. Central banks, particularly emerging central banks, and oil's falling price has been because of rising OPEC plus supply and weak global demand signals. So, as you mentioned, WTI touched 4-year lows around $70, and you see gold ETF inflows are extremely strong. So right now, oil is a read on real economic activity, while gold is acting as a hedge. So I think that's the divergent story.
So this week it dipped. Do you think that dip in oil is an overreaction?
That's a very good question. So I think we could have a change in sentiment depending on how the tariff story um, develops.
Yeah.
Also, I think we still yet to get a lot of real economic data over kind of the last couple of months posturing. So none of this is yet fed into real economic data. So I think also we have companies, some companies who are also waiting to see how much contagion we'll see in economic data, and then making their production decisions. So I think if we see resilient data and we see a de-escalation in trade tariffs, I think that could signal a bounce in oil.
Okay, so while gold takes a breather, investors are already scanning for their next set of signals.